Everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So finally got a software update. So now we're on full self-driving version 10.10.2. So that's I'm pretty excited for that. So we're in the downtown Columbia, my usual test spot, but it's pretty busy out tonight, so we'll definitely be putting FSD through its paces. So let's get started. Alright, so now we got full self-driving enabled. So weren't really too many changes from the release notes. Nothing I saw really that was too crazy. It's funny, I've been seeing a lot of negative press for Tesla. The NHSTA, I believe they're called, literally has been forcing Tesla to recall their vehicles. I use that term very loosely, but I know one of them was for their outdoor, like the speaker box feature, like while it's driving, because apparently it's a safety hazard being able to play various sounds while you're driving, which I think is interesting. I think it's funny. I think the NHSTA is just my opinion, is honestly kind of a joke at the moment, really, in my opinion. They've been seeming to go after Tesla for every thing they can possibly imagine, but it's whatever. But I was expecting it to be disabled on this drive. I know some people are saying with newer software updates it's been disabled, but I still have mine, so that's pretty cool. Really, I should use that more often while I can. Right. Yep. As you can see, it's Friday night here in Columbia. It's popping tonight, especially with University of South Carolina's back. They're back in town, so yeah, Friday nights here is definitely where all the traffic is. So I'll be extra attentive today, just to make sure I don't hit anyone. Yikes. That was a tough left turn. It almost drove right over that curb. So we're going to report that. So as I keep getting more software updates, I'm honestly going to start being more picky with this. If the full self-driving doesn't do exactly what I want it to do, I'm going to hit that report button. I don't know if it really does anything, but I don't know if Tesla software engineers, if they look at it, but you know, at least it saw that pedestrian there that decided to jaywalk. Good on you, car. Hopefully the video's good and the audio. For those of you, I know in the comments you've been saying that the audio quality sucks with my vehicle or with my videos. I hear you loud and clear. I finally bought a brand new mic. It's one I bought directly off of Apple. It's one that plugs directly into my Lightning port. So no more wired mic that plugs in or that attaches onto my shirt. So when I'm done with this video, I'll test it out and we'll see how it turned out. I did use it to record some of my Starlink unboxing and testing, which if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. I got my Starlink satellite internet in a few days ago, and overall it's pretty awesome. I just did a test on it this morning. I've been using the speed test on it, and I clocked some pretty serious speed. I'll put it up here. Yeah, I was clocking over like 500 megabytes per second, which is pretty insane compared to the 4 megabytes per second I was getting with my previous internet provider, which honestly I think I'm probably going to cancel that here within the next couple of days. Said I pay $100 a month for both of these, and Starlink blows it out of the water in terms of speed and just reliability so far. I guess back to the full self-driving. Overall, it's doing pretty well. Knock on wood, of course, but like I said, we're supposed to be making a right-hand turn in 0.9 miles. And once again, we're still in the left lane, but I know the car will get over into the right lane. It's done it before, and it'll do it again. Just we'll see what happens. Considering that there's so many cars here. And also, I know there's a previous comment about people don't want to hear music while full self-driving for my full self-driving videos. I don't know. What do y'all want? Do y'all prefer music during me filming this, or no? I know it's kind of a hit or miss. Just drop that down in the comments below. What do you think? I know some people are like, "We want to hear you talk." I think that was one of the comments, and it was literally all in caps. They're like, "We don't want to hear music. We want to hear you talk." I'm like, "Oh, that's a first." Usually, people do not want to hear me talk, but. Like I said, I'm here for y'all. I'm give the people what they want. This is still such a weird feeling that my car is driving itself. It's every time I use it, every time I film this, it's just kind of it's unreal, just how amazing this is. So it's been a while, I think, since I've made one of these videos, but I'm trying to remember what I reported on my last video. I guess I should have watched my last full self-driving video before I made this one, but yep. Just in case, for those that weren't tracking, yep, Elon Musk recently said that there is not going to be any new model Teslas released this year, so oh god. We'll put a pin in that one. What are you doing, car? I'm not liking that. At least that Yukon behind me let me in, but the car didn't really. I wouldn't. This is a horrible time to do that. Yes, car, I know. You're the one that's doing this. Stop. All right, got our hands on standby. We'll see what the hell happens with this. Okay. All right. Not the smoothest lane change I've seen. I would have definitely done it at a later time, not as the light's turning yellow or turning red and people are stopping, but thankfully the person behind me, they were nice and said, like, "I'm sorry, it's not me, it's the car, I swear." But yeah, going back to my previous conversation, yeah, Elon Musk said during his the quarterly 4 earnings call that there will be no new model Teslas released this year. So for those of us with Cybertrucks on order, we're not getting a Cybertruck this year. Unfortunately, it's just not going to happen. Here we go. All right. That was a pretty smooth lane change in between cars. That's what a human would do. Overall, good on the car. But yeah, so the main reason that we're not getting any new Tesla vehicles this year is because there is such a demand for their current lineup, so the sexy lineup, especially with the Model Y on track to be probably the most popular selling car in the entire world. They're so like the backlog for those is so ridiculous that it just wouldn't be in Tesla's interests. Oh, pause. Yeah, pause. Yeah, it didn't. It was a little confused here. This is that pedestrian crossing. So now it's flashing, so we can go. I see this guy here, but yeah, I wasn't liking that. I wasn't sure exactly what it would do, so I took control on that one just in case. It looked like it wanted to go through that. I wasn't 100% sure. But yeah, so back to my conversation. Yeah, with the Model Y, being so far behind, and with Berlin facing delays, I think Giga Berlin gets sued, I think once a week by some agency, and then plus the paperwork and the red tape to open up Berlin is so ridiculous that actually, I don't know if you've seen, I'll provide this footage, but this was by Jeff Roberts actually yesterday of Model Ys all covered at Giga Austin, which I thought was pretty cool. I thought it was interesting though, if you actually do watch the video, the cars themselves, it's like they're not powered, they have to be pushed, so you see there's actually employees pushing the cars, which I thought was pretty interesting. But the fact that there are Model Ys coming out of Giga Texas is pretty awesome. We're inching closer and closer. I'm guessing maybe, hopefully within the month, maybe in the next 30 days, we'll start to see Model Ys with Giga Texas VIN numbers, which for those of you, I know a lot of people on this Model Y Facebook group that I follow, people are asking if they have a Model Y or an Austin Model Y. The thing you'll see, if you see the letter A is an alpha in your VIN instead of F. So F stands for Fremont, A stands for Austin. So if you see a letter A in around the middle of your VIN, that means it's coming from Austin. So that means you're getting the structural 4680 pack and whatever minor differences might come with the Giga Austin Model Y. I'm not really 100% sure. There's still no rumors yet what the battery capacity will be for that car. Honestly, if I had to take a guess, I think we're going to get the same mileage from the Giga Texas Model Ys as we get from the Fremont Model Ys, because I don't know, you're going to see left and right that people are going to be delaying their orders and hoping to get an Austin Model Y if, say that it's, oh, we're going to do 375 miles on a charge for an Austin Model Y and only the 330 for a Fremont Model Y. You're going to see Model Ys out of Fremont just plummet because, you know, people aren't going to want them. And said, I don't see Tesla pricing them differently. I just see, if anything, Tesla's just going to software limit them. So say by some miraculous reason you can get 360 on a Austin Model Y, you're going to see it software limited to the 330 that, or whatever these current Fremont Teslas get. But overall, I'm really enjoying this car still, though. I think I've had it for almost 6 months now. Almost 6 months. I put a little over 10,000 miles on the car, and I'm still enjoying it. I'm enjoying it thoroughly. It is definitely a fun car to drive. Especially like when you compare it to the Model 3. Like, honestly, I love the Model 3, don't get me wrong, but I just love how high up the Model Y sits. I love the just the overall, like, the height clearance. Like I said, the seat's much higher and it's much easier to get in and out of. Especially too, I confirmed this after I rented a car, or a Model 3 on Turo back when I went home to Phoenix. Check out that video if you haven't seen it, the Turo rental process. But yeah, that's a low car. Still a great car to drive, the Model 3, don't get me wrong, but my heart belongs to the Model Y. I love this car. And also, I do apologize if maybe my windshield looks a little bit dirty. Actually, I got tint put on my car yesterday. I just picked it up from the tint shop. I got tint and PPF put on it on the front finally. But yeah, I think this is tinted to 70% instead of the clear that I had on my Model 3. So it's a little bit darker, but I like it overall. I can barely notice. Trying to think of really what other Tesla news there is. There's really, like, Tesla hasn't really been in the news too much, like I said, other than the NHTSA is issuing recalls for Tesla, it seems like on a weekly basis for something, which I think I love the word recall that everyone's using. People are freaking out like, oh my god, over 250,000 Teslas are being recalled to this. I'm like, no. It's literally an over-the-air software update. The most recent one, the one I can remember, was the apparently some Teslas were having like heat pump issues, causing people's heat pumps to go out. Turns out it was a software issue. Tesla literally fixed it with an over-the-air software update. But of course, you know, it's being reported as a recall. Which, when I consider a car being recalled, that means that I have to take it into the shop and something has to get fixed. So this was not. It was literally something that, an over-the-air update that you just download just like normal. So, because really, if you want to, if that's what we're considering a recall, the updates I get on my phone, on my iPhone, you can consider those recalls, I guess. So, a soft recall, that's what we can call it. But yeah, I think that's interesting. Oh boy. Oh, please don't be in the middle of the road. Oh, of course you are. Damn it. I'm not liking that. Hit that record button there. Yeah, I didn't like that it stopped in the middle of the road, especially if there's people trying to turn, they can't turn. For me, I would have just stopped right just shy of the line. Yeah, but overall, though, this new the 10.10.2 has done a solid job. No we're still waiting for version 11. I'm not really sure what's going into that, but I know that's the big update that Elon's promised for a while. I think he said around the March timeframe is when we'll get version 11. We'll see, though. It's Elon time, so anything's possible. Yeah, coming up to the end here. Yeah, it's definitely, it's getting pretty dark. So I do apologize if the video footage is dark. So the sun goes down super early here. It's only 6:30 here, and the sun's already down. Let's see if it goes around this just fine. Nice, nice. I like it. Sweet. We've arrived at the end destination here. We'll deactivate full self-driving, but I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Said y'all know what to do, and if you did enjoy the video and you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe to my channel. It definitely helps me out. Thank you for helping me reach over 500 followers. We're about halfway there to our 1,000, which, speaking of that, I'm still giving away my PlayStation 5. I know y'all are probably sick of me saying that every video, but yep, the PlayStation 5 giveaway is still going on. Once I reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away my PS5 to somebody, so subscribe for your chance to win. But enjoy the rest of your day. See ya!